You know about that, right? I'm Native American now.
Oh wait, I thought you were black.
And no, I'm Native American and Alaskan. That's a true story. All right, let's
Pick one.
All right, is it ready?
Recorded, it's recording.
Everything's set up there. Sorry, Dad likes to look at himself.
Yeah.
All right. Oh. Sorry, I got loads of women. Loads of women talking to me right now. Hold on. All right, 33. Okay.
Any of them under the age of 30?
I was just looking at the number.
Oh, shoot.
Alright, I'm ready.
Alright, start it off.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 33.
33!
Hi,
33!
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Some may say...
That's like 2 baker's dozen and a half plus 1.
Thank you for getting the older audience in here.
You're welcome.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 33 of Two Opinionated, the show where we strap on a proton pack.
No, that's too spooky.
Yeah.
This is why I just go ahead and interrupt you when you say 33 or whatever the number is, because you're going to just fumble your way through it anyway.
Do you realize that if you didn't interrupt me, I'd nail it?
No, you haven't nailed it one time. Since 33 attempts, you haven't nailed it.
You ready?
I'm not going to say a word. Go ahead.
All right.
Oh, my gosh.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 33 of Two Opinionated. Biatch. What do you think?
No, try again. Take 7.
I don't want to do it anymore.
Do it again.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 33 of Two Opinionated, where today we're going to talk about things like the boys.
The boys!
How's that?
That was good. That was better.
I still like Two Spookies intros much better.
Well, why don't you come up with an intro for us? We were first.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, we were first.
No, that's okay. So I actually, you're going to be proud of me today.
Why are you on your phone? We've been on the podcast for 15 seconds. Now you're on your phone. You flubbed the beginning, and now you're already on your phone.
Wait, that's why you're going to be
and
proud.
Sean's sitting over in the corner eating a Hot Pocket.
My mic. Why? You know,
I can't work under these conditions.
well, the reason you're going to be proud of me is because I took notes.
Well, I am kind of proud of that.
That's why I'm on my phone.
I take it all back.
Yeah, you picked that mic up.
I take it all. Let me calm down. Let me get a drink.
Yeah, take your drink. So, Dad, how are you doing this week? Oh, you're drinking. I see. Well, let me tell you about my week.
Well, tell me about your week as I check my notes.
Okay. So I've done a lot of watching things this week, but I think the first thing we should discuss is my swordfish shirt. What do you think?
I love your swordfish shirt. I thought it was a shark, but I guess it's swordfish.
No, that wouldn't be allowed. So so my week consisted of just a lot of dumb things. For example, starting school and hitting my garage. So that's kind of been my week is dealing with those repercussions from my mother.
Oh yeah, so you backed into your garage, right? You got what you let me listen. Listen, this I'm gonna give you some advice that my grandfather gave to me when I was about your age.
Okay.
You got to open the garage door before you back out.
Here's the upsetting part. For one, the only reason they think it's me is because I'm the only one who parks there. But I didn't hear it. So it probably wasn't me. Is the thing.
But you're the only one who parks there.
Yeah, but I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I don't know. There mistakes were made.
Not by me.
What? Who by then?
The person who parked in the garage and hit the garage door.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one.
You know what? This same problem we used to have with you with video games. Just to say it. I hit the garage door. It's okay. I made a mistake.
What's my video game problem?
But not video games, the board games. You couldn't stand to lose.
Well, I don't like losing, but this one wasn't a mistake. This wasn't me. It wasn't me.
You know, if you've ever read Family Circle, they do a thing with the little kids where they're always saying, "Wasn't me," and there's a little ghost running around that says, "Wasn't me," on it, or "Not me." It's a little ghost like there's actually somebody there.
Yeah, but this one wasn't, man. I just don't think you're getting it.
Sean, what do you think about this?
I think he did it.
I think he did it too. Sean's behind. Sean's our cameraman today. That's why you those that are watching can't see it. He's just a disembodied voice in the background. Those just listening, not a problem.
And we care about you listeners more.
No,
Whoa!
Actually, we like all of them. The viewers, the listeners, equally.
Why are you discriminating, Brett?
No, I like a group definitely better. Actually, I would like to take a moment and kind of explain what we've been doing with this show lately.
Okay.
Okay. So, for those who don't know, we've been having just a lot of guest stars coming on.
Yeah, we have.
And that was just kind of a way for us, something to try. And,
we're still going to do some of that. We're not just getting rid of them.
Let me finish.
We have really good guests. They should listen to it. We had Sid Vicious last week.
Okay, let me finish. I got
Go ahead.
So it is something that we're trying, and feedback's always welcome. It's always welcome.
That's right.
And it's not going to be an every week thing, so that's why this week there is nobody there.
Nobody.
Yeah. So anyway,
we're our own guest stars.
There's me.
And,
yeah. I guess. Well, yeah, but you're a frequent guest star.
I'm a frequent flyer.
Yeah. What was a recurring guest?
Yes.
There you go.
But not 5 episodes. We can't. Oh, that hasn't came out yet.
Yeah, that hasn't come out yet.
But that's very funny for us.
It is, because we did a little teaser. We did learn that after 5 episodes of guest starring on a show, they have to pay you more.
Yeah. Once
on
you get
episode 6, they have to pay.
Hey, I don't get paid at all.
Yeah.
Hey.
I get paid, but I'm the only one.
It's in the mail.
But anyway, so it is something that we're trying. It's not going to be every week, and we do have those 30-minute bonus episodes in the middle, where it's just kind of getting our, I don't know, it's just kind of fun. It's something we can do.
It's our friends of the podcast coming on the show,
But
helping us hone our interview skills.
But feedback's always welcome. I do understand that maybe that's not what everybody wants, so that is something that we'll do from time to time, but not always. So don't fret.
Hey, we're
fret.
mixed up. Some people may hate this.
Yeah, and on the flip side, if you do like it, then more's coming.
That's right.
We're
mixing it up.
A moderated amount of both.
Right, we can do both. We have time.
It really just depends on how many ideas we have.
We've got lots of ideas. The ideas are still coming.
Well,
are you ready to get this thing started? We're just rambling.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not. You're just upset. No, I'm not rambling at all.
I'm very upset. What was I don't even remember what I was upset about.
Exactly.
I think it was Sean eating a Hot Pocket. What was it? It's been so long ago I forgot.
Well, you're upset.
The Hot Pocket's gone, man.
Oh, that's right. You're on your phone. But you were getting notes, so I forgave you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Why
And the Hot Pocket's gone. Now we're ready to podcast.
You want to ask me? Yeah.
Yeah. So, Brett, what you been up to?
Thank you.
There you go.
Well, I started school.
Yeah, you and Sean both started college.
What,
this week,
really?
Right?
Where do you go?
Marshall.
No.
You do
Oh
not.
my gosh, no.
It's very hot this week. It's been.
Oh my gosh, it's
It's
on
been
fire.
so hot. The stuff in my hair is coming out.
Yeah, you can't put gel in your hair and then go run on track. That's not smart.
I didn't know.
I thought you were talking about sweat.
No, well.
Yeah, that happens to everyone.
Yeah, it's gross though.
Yeah, you know what? You know who doesn't
I
have a
felt
gel problem?
Who? You?
Aww.
But yeah, so I went up there. I wasn't taking enough. The powers that be were like, hey, you need to take more classes.
Your mother.
My mother. So I went there yesterday and I took another class and I showed up to that class today. It turned out to be a fitness class and it made me run a 1.5 miles in this 95-degree weather.
I'm sorry.
And I about died.
Yeah, he showed up in jeans too.
I showed up in
Is that
jeans.
better than an academic class, though?
So you're on the track in 95-degree weather with hair gel and jeans.
That's a normal day for me.
Oh, you found a pair of shorts.
Yeah,
Okay,
I had shorts in my car.
Not as funny, but it's better.
I asked
Were they
him-
jorts?
No, they were shorts. No, not shorts. They were shorts.
Okay,
They're
that would
actually,
have been even
if you want to
better.
be totally honest, they're the shorts that you took from me, then gave back. So luckily, I
did not take him from you.
Yes, I
that man right there took him.
Well, so what happens is I do the laundry, and there's a lot of teenagers in this house, and the laundry gets mixed up, and I can't keep track of whose stuff is what. So sometimes you just get new stuff, and sometimes you lose stuff.
Yeah, I never notice until I see my pants on Sean. I'm like,
I just assume I get new stuff all the time,
Yep.
and I think, wait, that's probably Brett's.
no, those are mine.
I mean, I know what's mine, but I don't know what's each of yours.
And
I get
sometimes things
confused on
disappear.
But I was worried though, because I did have shorts. However, I wore my long socks.
that. Oh, that's a good look.
And I was also lucky enough to find a pair of socks in my car.
Hey, you would.
I was very lucky.
That's something else.
But I struggled through that mile and a half.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a runner. I've never been a runner. I've always
You're a biker.
or a walker. I like to walk. I walk a lot. I don't run.
But you made it through the mile and a half.
Yeah, I think I probably could have done it better if there weren't people there. You know how it is.
Yeah.
But I told you about my joke that I made.
Yeah, you did. Did
Yeah.
go over with the ladies.
Yeah, well, I was passing this group of walking girls. I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna. It's kind of weird just to
Putting yourself out there. I got you.
No. It was just kind of weird to pass a group of people while you're panting. So I made a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Didn't go over.
No, well, there's a van parked on the track where we were running. So I was like, come on, guy, pick up the pace. Because that's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they just all stared
I thought
at
it was
me.
funny too, but the women just stared at him.
They just-
That's weird.
I wasn't having it. I mean, they weren't having it.
Well, yeah, they weren't having it.
But yeah, so I got that done.
What you need to do is you run past them by a few feet, and then you just come to a dead stop, and you turn around and you go, "Are you kidding me?"
Then what? High knee it out of there.
Like, that was funny.
And then every time I finished a lap, the teacher was like, "Yeah, boy." It was very funny. He was very supportive.
Yeah. There
But
you go.
Yeah,
and
boy.
another thing about
He didn't do the yeah boy.
When you guys stop.
Why? I can't do it anymore.
No, well,
Yeah. Let me tell you something, brother.
they see you can't do that one.
Yeah, do that one.
Brother.
You do it better than I do.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I don't know why brother is kind of my word.
I want you and Sean
It
to
is.
start talking that way to each other.
Well, here's the thing though, Dad. It's not very funny.
I think it's hilarious. All right, we gotta get
I'm
rolling.
not done.
Well, you gotta hurry up. We got stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I know.
We don't have time to just recap your week. We gotta go through the we gotta get into the meat of this.
Wait, let this relax.
All right, go ahead.
Relax.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so you got me off track, Dad.
Van, girls hated it.
Is it?
Bum, bum,
Oh,
bum, bum.
and another part that was bad
Go,
about
boy.
it is
Something like
when you're not expecting to run, you're not ready to run. When you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I showed up in jeans.
Yeah, you gotta be prepared to run. I get that.
I thought it was a health class. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't a health
No,
class.
it wasn't a health class.
It was a running class, and it was very upsetting. It's very upsetting.
But you did it.
Yeah, but I have done more things with my week. I've started.
You know, I bet this podcast is the reason you were able to run on the spur of the moment.
No.
Yeah, because it's helping you to just change direction and be flexible and just be ready for anything. You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. Hey man, do you want to tone it down?
Yeah.
What's up today, man?
You're the one that's sprinting.
Yeah.
I'll be
Riled up.
I'll be discreet, but is it because of your operation?
Probably. I'm probably a little grumpy.
A little bit because of your operation.
Probably a little grumpy.
Take a little inhale, exhale. You're going. That was by far the most mouth-breathiest thing I've ever seen. You're actually supposed to go through your nose and out your mouth.
That seems.
That's right.
All right. So what else you been up to?
Well, I started the second half of Young Justice. I've watched 3 episodes.
I actually watched episode 1 today. Well, episode 14.
14. Yeah. I was kind of hoping you'd watch episode 15 as well.
I didn't get to that one,
Well,
but I
it's-
got to 14.
Well, there's something kind of cool in there. I won't spoil it because it's kind of.
You can spoil it.
No.
Spoilers.
No, I don't want to spoil it.
I liked episode 14 because it had the Injustice League in it.
Hmm?
Episode 14 is the Injustice League.
Wait, really?
But yeah.
Oh, did you like Big Barda?
Big Barda was in it?
You did not watch episode 14.
Yeah. maybe I watched them out. Maybe I watched something out of order. That would help explain some stuff. So, was the first season just 12 episodes?
13.
Well, I watched episode 14. Then.
I don't think you did if you didn't see Big Barda.
Yeah, I did. What was the first episode you watched?
It's called like Insurgents or something.
Did you see the Injustice Society?
I think you watched episode 13 of season 1.
No, I was on season 3.
Were they kids?
No, this one. Now I will say this. Well, I could have been watching the wrong episode, but it seemed like a new episode. So in this one,
did you watch season 2, episode 13?
I don't know now. I don't know. But let me tell you what happened. And
or
you
14.
You tell me.
Okay.
So episode 14 that I watched, I thought was the Injustice Society, and it had Aqualad put on the Dr. Fate helmet.
I don't know.
Gosh, what the heck did I watch,
So episode
Sean?
14.
You did not watch that show.
Yeah. You watched season 1.
That was season 1?
Did it have a white monkey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Bum 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 bum.
They have Poison Ivy. They have Joker.
Yeah.
You watched season 1.
Oh, dang it. That was a good episode. I don't remember that one.
Yeah, see, were they kids?
Well, I tell you what was messing me up. I was like, I thought Aqualad became Aquaman, so I was like, why is he back with Young Justice? Oh, daggone it.
What about, I don't know, Wally West being alive all of a sudden? Or what about
yeah,
a lot of things have changed.
Or what about
there.
Dick Grayson being Robin now?
Oh, man.
Were they kids?
Apparently.
They were kids. Was Artemis in a green suit or an orange suit?
Green.
So spoilers for episode 14.
Yeah, all right. Start over.
Spoilers.
So obviously I was way behind. So I tried to watch episode 14, season 3. So go ahead, tell me what it was about. Damn it!
I was like that.
Sean, aren't you supposed to be producing this show?
I don't watch that show, and even I know that's wrong.
Don't yell at him. Yell at me. Yell at me.
Brett.
It'll look like you're yelling at the audience. You can't do that.
I knew that's what you did. Yeah, so anyway, Big Bard is in episode 14.
Yeah.
Which gives me hope for Mr.
I was all
Miracle.
excited because episode 14 had Captain Atom.
Did you have any idea what was going on?
Well, no, I was confused. Well, I mean, kind of, because it still led up to that, the Shadow Group or whatever that's been.
They're gone!
Stuff. So that ended, that ended in the first 13 episodes, right?
I don't think the Shadow's around anymore.
Not the Shadows, Vandal Savage and that group. They're still around, aren't they?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm a little bit, I mean, it's a little confusing as well because the story's a little, like, they waited kind of long, or maybe we waited kind of long.
Yeah, we should have been watching this.
Did you watch it on your laptop?
No, on my phone.
On your phone? There's a little tab that says 1 in the corner. Press it, and press 3.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We spent enough time on my stupidity, so.
So anyway, Big Bard is in it, and I was kind of hoping that Mr. Miracle will show up. So I'm hoping on that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And
then you could play Mr. Miracle. We talked about that?
Yeah, I think I could.
What's his name?
Oh, Scott Free.
Scott Free.
And then got off.
Yeah.
But, and then episode 2 or episode 15 also has kind of a cool appearance.
Right.
You probably...
Just give it to me.
The Suicide Squad.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it's Black Manta.
Does he got Bronze Tiger?
No, it doesn't. It's only 3. It's Black Manta. It's
well, that's not much of a Suicide Squad.
well, it's probably just a side group.
Suicide Trio.
Black Manta was in the newer version that came out a couple years ago, around the time the movie came out. But so was Deathstroke.
Yeah, it wasn't Deathstroke.
Was it Harley Quinn?
No, it was
Deadshot?
No, I'm looking it up.
Boomerang?
It was Boomerang. It was Captain Boomerang. Yeah, thank you. So it was Black Manta, Captain Boomerang, and Mansoor Mala.
Ooh, I would like that.
Yeah.
Ah, because the Brain is in that other group.
And
On season 1, the episode I just watched, the Brain was involved in that.
It all ties together.
I would be very excited to see the Brain and Monsieur Mala.
You know what your problem is I just gave you a recap of what happened. You didn't watch those seasons.
I did watch those.
years ago.
Yeah, it's been years.
But when this season came out, I just gave you a recap, so that's why you're confused.
Yeah, that's probably it. That's probably it. I just screwed up. I was trying to because you said you watched a couple. I was trying to jump in
That's
there.
very.
What else you got going on?
That's so funny. I could talk about that for a while.
I know. I'm sure we'll hear about that again.
Next
Hey,
week,
let's talk about you running in the garage again. Okay.
Next week, though, tell me.
Next week I'll be prepared. Next week we'll talk more about Young Justice part 2 of season 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll hit more of that because it is a really good show.
Yeah, it's called Insurgents or something.
I love.
It starts with an IN.
Yeah, I love how they have so many of not just Young Justice but the Justice League in too. I mean, every episode you got like 30 different
Superman looks
superheroes.
weird this season.
Yeah.
You'll see that. I'm like, yeah.
Check it out.
Anyway, I also watched an incredibly terrible movie called Batman Hush, which is very...
Yeah, it's so disappointing.
Did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch it because you said it wasn't any good, but the comic was so excellent. I mean, that is one of the best comic stories of Batman that's ever been written.
It's my favorite. I'm just... no, they just changed everything. They changed everything and then
I
left
don't like
out...
that at all.
Then left out the important bits. I mean, their climax of the story was the part where Superman gets taken over by Poison Ivy. Like that's not that big a deal.
No.
I don't know. So it was just bad.
Not a big deal.
I wouldn't watch it in general. I would read the comic book. It's just much better. It's such a bad movie, Dad. And they add a new.
Well, let me ask you this: would you have liked the movie if you'd never read the comic?
No, it was a bad movie.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. How can you screw that up?
Yeah, it was just a bad movie.
You're doing it as a cartoon. It's not like you're making an actual movie. How can you screw that up?
I will say though, I did learn this week that there is a like an animated universe of these movies. There's like 13 of them, and Hush is the new one. So they all
really?
Yeah, there's like 13.
They're all tied together.
Yeah. So it made me kind of want to watch them, but then at the same time it's like
we've watched some of them.
Yeah, but in order. But it also made me go, well. If Hush is the last one, I don't really want to watch.
Well,
and I really don't like it. I didn't like Judas Contract. I didn't like any of them.
I didn't think Judas Contract was well done either.
Yeah, I think the only ones that I like are the ones that aren't really based on comics.
So here's the thing here's my issue with DC. Judas Contract, Hush, some of the other stories that they've done. I'm drawing blank, but those should have been done as movies. I mean, Batman Hush should have been their Batman movie.
Yeah, they
totally screwed that up. So they screwed it up in the cartoon when they should have been doing it as a feature film.
Yeah. So in the comic book, I guess spoilers is his best friend from childhood dies, but that's like a fake out, right?
Right. That's right.
And in the movie, they just left him dead.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, and then they made Hush the Riddler, which I kind of remember from the comic book, but it didn't really go anywhere. Like, the way I kind of interpreted it in the comic book was that the Riddler is maybe the mastermind behind it.
Yeah, it was a darker Riddler than we've seen before.
No, I'm saying, like Hush was the enforcer, but Riddler was the mastermind behind it. That's how
you took it?
That's how I took it, I think.
Well, you would know. You've read it about 15 times.
It's my favorite comic. But yeah, it was just. It really just.
Do you think we'll see the Judas Contract in season 2 of Titans?
Is Terra in it?
Well, it's got Rose and Deathstroke, so.
You think they'll do it with Rose?
No, but if they brought them in, I wouldn't be surprised if they bring in Jericho.
I'm going to say
Terra.
no, because I think they're going to do it in Young Justice.
Okay, I'm good with that.
So, the last thing I kind of want to talk about is this Spider-Man deal.
Yeah, so that's.
Oh my gosh, I'm so mad about that.
Yeah, well, everybody's upset, but so that just broke, right? Like in the last day or so.
Yeah, I just saw it everywhere.
So
and I was
Sony
wondering how long it's
and
been like that.
Marvel have they have agreed to part ways, I guess, right?
Yeah, Disney got upset with finance stuff, and then
Do you
just
think
gave
it
up.
would last?
Nah, I think they'll work it out. I think so. What it is basically is Marvel helped Sony with this last Spider-Man movie, and it did really well, probably better than any of the other ones. But the deal with Sony and Disney is that Disney gets 5% off the front of the gross. dumbing it down. But that's basically it. Well, Disney just wants it to be a straight 50-50 split. So Sony's not necessarily in the wrong because they're saying, well, why should we give you another 45% when we can just go with the original agreement? But Disney is saying, well, because your stuff's crap unless we help, which is true.
Yeah.
So, I figure they'll come to some agreement. Disney will end up with 25% or something stupid.
Yeah, like going to 50 is just crazy, I think.
I figure
Like
they're going to buy Sony.
Yeah, that's probably actually what's going to happen. Is they're going to buy. They bought everything else.
But the upsetting part about that is Disney probably shouldn't have pushed because they're Disney.
Right.
You know what I mean? They can do this, but at the same time, if there is any, I don't know, big-headed, like if you're going to negotiate, just buy it because it's Disney.
Yeah, I mean, just get. I don't care what you got to do, but get all of Marvel back together. Let's stop, screwing around with, the main characters in Marvel.
Yeah, X-Men, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man. We need them all to come back.
Yeah, and apparently they've got them all back except Spider-Man.
Well, X-Men and Fantastic Four, they aren't Sony, they're Fox. That's why they have them back.
Yeah.
Because they bought Fox.
Right.
Yeah, but we just need everybody in one place and just have big movies. It's everyone.
I will say this. I'm not going to say, I did think it was odd that there was nothing Spider-Man at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I did feel like that was weird.
That does seem weird.
But now it kind of makes sense because they were fighting, I suppose. But it's such a mess.
I mean, we've seen, what happens when Marvel's not directly involved in these movies. They're just not as good.
Well, that's not the only problem. Is at the end of the day, we forget that these are businesses and they're not purely for entertainment.
Yeah, they don't care anything about us.
They're in the entertainment business.
That's right. They're not comic book fans.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the base of it. Is that they're in it for the money, and if it's not making money, they're going to drop it. That being said, Spider-Man is one of the biggest properties ever in the world.
Yeah.
That's why they're holding on to it so tightly.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was going to say that the more crap they give, the less people are going to care. But that's not true because Venom made $2 billion. So what do I know?
Yeah.
But
I don't know. It's a sad situation.
At the end of the day, technically it is up to us of what happens to Spider-Man, but no one's going to not see the movies.
Nah, we're still going to go.
Because for example, if we all just were like, you know what, we're just not going to see it. We're not going to see it until you get them back. No one's going to do that.
No.
I mean, I guess we could.
Sean might do it. He's pretty strong-willed.
I mean, we could rally, I suppose, but it's a shame because Spider-Man is finally done right, other than Tobey Maguire, because he is perfect.
Yeah, Tobey's pretty good.
But it is upsetting. It is upsetting.
Tobey Maguire was like a 40-year-old Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was the only issue that I had with him, is that he was very old. Aunt May was like great aunt. It wasn't just
Yeah, it was pretty rough. So is that it? That's all you got?
He was 30 in the first one.
Yeah, that's too old.
All right, yeah, that's all I got.
Cause I got a bunch.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
All right,
I'm just gonna roll through them.
roll through them.
All right, so there's several comic book, graphic novel type adaptions coming to TV this fall.
Okay.
Right. So there's one called Raising Dion that I think. Well, I don't want to say what it is because I can't remember the network it's on. But
So Raising Dion.
that's Dion.
That's Dion.
D-I-O-N is Dion.
That's Dion.
All right, Raising Dion. What do you think, Sean? Is it Dion or Dion?
I have no idea.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, Raising
Dion?
Dion or Raising Dion. So
Hey.
it's
Will you do me a favor?
what?
Say lion.
Lion.
Lion. Dang it.
Lion.
On?
Dion.
Dion.
Lion.
Dion.
Lion.
Lion.
Dion.
Dion.
Lion.
Yeah.
It's Dion.
Dion. I don't know.
Dion.
All right,
Now
I
say-
think it's Dion.
Now say Deborah.
Deborah.
I say Debra.
Now what's the horse with stripes?
Zebra.
Zebra.
All right. So anyway, so the story is actually about a young boy that has superpowers, but it's focused on his mother and the trouble that she has raising him. So it's more about just how difficult it would be to raise a kid with superpowers if you didn't have superpowers. That's the story.
I'm getting
all right.
Yeah, but I'm getting a little superhero fatigue.
Are you?
Yes, not with Marvel, but here's the thing: the better things get, the better I feel about it. But at the same time, all these good things that are coming out are not the things I care about. The things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the good things that are coming out aren't your DC comics or any of that. So
no, they're delving in to find kind of properties that people haven't seen before.
No, but it's just not an immediate interest to me. I would like to see action. I think that the bad is outweighing the good sometimes, especially with TV shows or movies, really.
Well, there's just so much.
There's so much, but if it was all good, it wouldn't be so much.
Yeah.
But with, I don't know.
Well, so maybe you would prefer Stumptown on ABC, which is Colby Smulders? Yeah, Colby Smulders, yeah. Who's going to play a detective, but it's based on a graphic novel. No superheroes in this one. Stumptown.
Yeah, I've read some non-superhero graphic novels. Only one. Yeah. And I liked it.
What was it?
It was 47 Ronin.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
But, yeah, I'm going to have a problem with probably all these.
All right, well, all right. I got one that I think you're gonna
okay,
like.
Well, let me tell you my problem with this one. ABC.
Yeah, I know. I know.
That's probably. I think as a general rule, superhero shows need to be on a more mature network. Not, and even if they're not anything bad.
So what does ABC got right now? Just Shield.
But it's still a family network. It's in the title.
Right.
But superhero shows, as a rule, need to be on a more mature network. HBO, AMC.
How about Hulu?
Hulu, Netflix, any of that.
Well,
stuff. Well, wait.
Well, all right. Make your point.
Even if you don't do anything with it, even if you don't have extreme violence or anything, you can, and it doesn't feel restricted. Because I think.
What do you think was part of the problem with Shield? Is that they were limited on what
they were absolutely limited, but not just with that. Arrow even is limited. Flash is limited because of the stuff that they can't do. Comic books isn't. It's art, and if it's violent, it's violent. If you dumb it down, you're losing the point of the comic book.
Yeah, it's tough. I think it's tough to do Arrow without violence.
It is. And
boy, of course, they had the violence was more implied. I mean, they had people die on there quite a bit. They just didn't show it.
Yeah, I think the reason that
wasn't much blood.
I think the reason that there's superhero fatigue, and blood's not really the problem, but superhero fatigue is from bad things, and I think to make them good, you can't restrict them.
Right.
Well, because it's the whole point of art is to not be restricted. So you gotta. I don't know. That's it. I'm back in college. What can I say?
I know. What has changed? It's old college.
Yeah, I'll just.
Well, so what would you think of, say, Hulu doing a terror universe?
Is that? No, tell me about that.
All right, so it's going to be based on the Adventure into Fear comics from Marvel. So it'll be the first couple that they're talking about is Ghost Rider. Hopefully it's Johnny Blaze. And Hellstrom. Damien Hellstrom.
Sure it's not Hellstrom.
I always said Hellstorm, but they're spelling it Hellstrom. So
how are they spelling it?
Hellstrom.
Huh.
So I don't know, but
that sounds like it's not going to be Johnny Blaze.
But well, they had I can't remember the name, but it was basically Ghost Rider 3 was on Shield, and he's going to be back on
Robbie Reyes.
Robbie Reyes, yeah. So Adventure into Fear also included Man-Thing. It had Howard the Duck. It had Morbius. But supposedly they're going to create a whole universe to take the place of what they lost with Netflix.
They should.
Because they were reading the article, they were caught very much off guard with the cancellation of the Netflix shows.
Yeah, and do you know why Netflix did that?
Why?
Because they bought the Millerverse, which is like the Frank Miller universe, the stuff he created for Image.
So it'd be like
Invincible.
Yeah.
All that.
Well, I didn't know that, but that's exciting.
So Netflix bought them. So they're like, well, we have
Frank Miller's a good writer.
Well, we have our own superheroes now, so they got rid of Netflix. So Hulu is now owned by Disney.
Yes.
So the more violent stuff is going to go to Hulu, Marvel-wise, is going to go to Hulu, and the MCU, more MCU-y kind of stuff is going to go to Disney.
That's right. All right, so
I don't know if you knew that or not.
I did. I actually did know that one. I like that about Frank Miller though, and Netflix. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I've seen the picture. They cast Fergie's husband or Fergie's ex-husband, one or the other, as somebody. He has a big long. Josh Duhamel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he had a big long beard. It's kind of cool looking. Look that up later.
Okay, I'll check that out. This one I know you're excited about. Ewan McGregor doing an Obi-Wan series for Disney.
Ewan McGregor, yes, and I am excited about that. That's
6 to 8 episodes.
Probably something I've wanted my whole life.
Yeah, I figured you'd be fired up about that.
I am. However, I'm pretty sure you missed a comic book.
What do you mean I missed it?
Well, I saw your article. I'm pretty sure you missed one.
Oh, well, I left off Watchmen and Stargirl that's coming on the DC streaming. I did leave those off.
So Watchmen, I just want to talk about that one.
Watchmen, I'm kind of excited about, but this is more of a prequel, right?
Sequel.
Oh, it's a sequel.
Yes.
Okay, well, okay.
Yeah, it's a sequel. It's about 30 years in the future. So
it's got Regina King, I know, is on it, who is a really good actress. But do you know who else is on it?
Jeremy Irons is going to be in it, playing Ozymandias.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's about it's the world after the end of Watchmen.
Is this based on the story that came out for DC?
Oh,
Didn't
no,
they do an
it's not.
Okay, so this is an original story. Okay.
So it's based in the universe of Watchmen. It's do you remember the end of Watchmen?
I think so. Yeah.
All New York died.
Right.
And then Rorschach died because he was going to give away the information.
Yes.
Well, his journal was found, and that got public.
Right, and that's why there's all these gangs of Rorschachs out there.
So,
okay.
So Watchmen, the comic book, I really just didn't enjoy.
That's such a good comic.
Other than Rorschach, he was.
I wonder if part of the reason you didn't enjoy it was because it's more commonplace now. Where when I was around when it first came out, and like the Frank Miller Batman, what's it called?
Dark Knight Returns.
Dark Knight Returns. They were so different from anything else that was going on in comic books that it had a much greater impact. Where now, like if you're reading them now, it's not, it's more commonplace. But they're the reason that there's so much of this other stuff out. I think those type of stories.
I think you're right. They're the foundation of what I read.
Right.
Yeah. So agreed.
Kind of like Sid Vicious was the foundation to John Cena and all those yahoos that you like.
I suppose that was weird.
Well, yeah, you said that in our last episode.
Oh, did I?
Yes. Do you not listen to our episodes?
Well, we've just been recording a lot.
We have been recording a lot.
But Watchmen, I didn't enjoy reading it, and the only part that was good was Rorschach. But I'm excited about this TV show. I'm going to watch it.
I am too. I'm very excited.
It looks good. It seems
HBO
fun.
show.
HBO. Dr. Manhattan is in it.
Yeah, I think HBO looking for their next hit, and I think
it'll be good.
It's going to be pretty good.
It'll be good. Sorry, I just want to talk about.
No, I'm glad you did. So, Ewan McGregor, Ewan McGregor in Obi-Wan series to go along with Mandalorian.
Yes, but they're not. They won't cross over or anything.
No. But those are the series that Disney's coming out with, and then the other one's going to be a prequel to Rogue One. That has you'll like this though. It's got your Alan Tudyk playing. He's going to play the robot in it again. Yeah. It's a prequel where he's going to be the robot.
Nah, that's not good enough for me.
That's not good enough.
I just didn't enjoy that movie.
Yeah, I like that movie. All right, now this one I think you're gonna like.
Okay.
Elon Musk wants to nuke Mars.
I just saw that on my
Did
phone
you see
just
that?
now.
Yeah, I'm topical, Sean.
Why does?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know what's going on.
You're like right on top of the
I
internet
am. I'm
right
like when things happen in the world, I'm gonna be like, I know about it.
So why
You know, I'm right there. I'm right there. So when the political stuff comes in, it's right back out. I don't have room for that. Elon Musk though, wanting to nuke Mars, I'm on top of that.
Why did he do that?
Well, so Mars, in order to make Mars habitable, it has to have an atmosphere. So it only has something like 1/100th of the Earth's atmosphere, but they have polar ice caps. So his theory that is if you nuke Mars and blow up the ice caps, that it would release enough steam into the atmosphere in order to, or release enough steam in order to create an atmosphere on Mars.
Well, he would,
and then we could live there.
Well, he would know.
Yeah, it's already been proven impossible, but
has it?
Yeah, in the same article. I'm like, why would you make this article if at the end of it you're going to say, yeah, this can't happen?
Sorry, are you trying to show us across the room memes?
Oh, well, I'm just proving that I have it.
Okay, like we can't read those.
Sean did in fact have the story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you wanted to do it, but then they find out you can't do it, and
well,
then that's the end
so
of it.
So what they was
like, okay.
actual scientists figured out that even if you did that, one, the dust that you would create would probably lower Mars' temperature instead of raising it, and two, it would only give you about 10% of what you would actually need to make Mars habitable.
Sounds like you need 10 nukes.
So, well, so wait, I haven't told you the best part. So they came up with a better plan.
Okay.
So their plan is to start bumping asteroids into Mars. They're going to crash a bunch of asteroids into Mars to create atmosphere.
Do it, man. I mean,
no one's there.
Alright, let me tell
Go ahead.
Let me tell you my.
I'm sure that's a cheap endeavor.
Let me tell you my.
Yeah.
Something I'm scared of. I just totally agree. Overpopulation, I feel like, is a very scary thing.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
Well, don't feel bad. Now half the planet's going to Mars.
Well, that's the thing. Everyone wants to go to Mars, but I'm like, if I just stay here.
Yeah,
well,
let
that's
them
the
go.
thing. Yeah, if you just stay here, everyone else is at Mars.
I will not be going to Mars.
I don't want to go to Mars.
Yeah, that's.
I saw that movie. All he ate was potatoes.
They were made from his poop.
Oh, yeah, he ate poop potatoes.
Poop potatoes.
That's what they're eating on Mars. No thanks.
Fair. Just in general life, you guys are eating cow poop potatoes.
What did you also see? And I only caught a little bit of this, but I think it was a Russian or a Chinese rocket accidentally let out some type of bacteria onto Mars. So yeah, so you wait and see. At some point, this bacteria is going to evolve into something, and we're going to go up there in 50 years or 100
there's a
years
Martian just hanging out.
Yeah, then you're going to have some
what took you so long?
New species up there.
You said you'd be back.
I'm holding strong on the staying here front.
Yeah.
I might go, but as a retirement plan.
All right,
I'm not going right now.
I got more. So I'm going to roll through. Supposedly, there was a Richard Rider appearance in the last battle of Endgame.
Apparently. Have you seen that?
Yeah, apparently.
No, I don't know who that is.
That's Nova. That's the original Nova. Or the main Nova.
Yeah, I kind of saw that, but I just assumed that it was part of that Infinity War thing where they killed him.
Yeah, so he was somewhere, supposedly, somewhere, and you have to freeze frame to see him.
I like Howard the Duck.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Howard Duck was fairly obvious. This one apparently is very tough to see, but
I'll look that up.
Nova. Apparently,
I love that.
So I finished the second season of Barry. I think I told you that. You definitely need to watch that. If we interview a lot of actors, so I feel like I can say this, and we hang out with some. But if you ever want to see how the majority of actors act, this is a good show to show that. It really puts all of their neurotic behavior on display. It's hilarious.
I did take my first acting class this week.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah, it was a classroom of 4, including myself, and it was about 3 14-year-old girls. And myself.
That's uncomfortable.
I had a blast.
Oh, okay.
Well, he
Okay.
wasn't as nervous since he was older. So
Okay. Yeah. It's a matter of.
I've always said
Yeah.
if you want to know what these are the 2 traits you need to work on to be an actor: ego and anxiety. So when people are paying attention to you, ego. When they stop paying attention to you, anxiety. And that goes just for conversation. That doesn't even have to be anything important, because if you talk with, like, if you're in a group and there's an actor in the group, when you're talking to the actor, they're great, all ego. Start talking to somebody else and glance over at them. They look like, somebody shot their dog. All right.
I'm not a very egocentrical person, I don't know.
I know. You got to work on that or you're not going to be successful.
Is that right?
As an actor, you have to be ego and
I think
anxiety. You got the anxiety part down.
Thank you. I think I'm going to be like a Keanu Reeves type.
Oh, that'd be good.
Thank you.
I'm in for that. So, Stephen Amell has signed on to headline the new Starz wrestling show called Heels.
Why?
Well, apparently he's been on WWE several times already, and he also did the American Ninja Warrior.
I think it's American Ninja Warrior.
American Ninja Warrior. He did that as well.
Well, I have seen him on WWE, but
yeah. So he's going to headline a wrestling show called Heels. He's the head of a family, and he plays the bad guy. So it's the family's, I guess, mostly good guys, and he plays the bad guy.
It's upsetting that he went straight to that.
No, that's not that bad. All right, see if you like this one better. Kevin Smith is bringing Masters of the Universe Revelation to Netflix. Yeah, what do you think of that?
Is it live action?
No, it's a cartoon, and it's going to take place immediately after the original cartoon ended.
So I need to catch up.
So you got to catch up.
Well, I actually really like Skeletor. I think he's probably one of my favorite villains.
If they would do it like you see all the memes where it's like a kind of a funny Skeletor and that stuff.
I think it's very funny.
I think they should do a show like that. That'd be hilarious.
What do you think of, because I think kind of in my head, the Wheel of Time bad guy's like Skeletor.
A little bit.
In my head, yeah, he just looks like Skeletor.
A little bit. All right, I got 2 more and then I'll shut up. Matrix 4.
Couldn't care less.
Got announced, so it's got Neo and Trinity. So
right,
it's,
could care less.
Keanu Reeves, Carrie-Anne Moss coming back to.
There was also a Morbius spinoff, but no.
Well, and of course Lawrence Fishburne died. So.
No, he didn't.
No.
What?
Didn't he?
Oh.
Well, he's not going to be in this.
Oh my gosh. Oh, in the movie.
No, I don't think so. I thought he actually died. Look that up. Sean, look that up. Lawrence Fishburne.
I'm looking it up now. What is? He didn't die.
That's familiar.
If
what are you talking about?
Lawrence, if you're still out there, I apologize.
He's alive.
I wonder why he's not being in it. They talked about casting a younger actor for it.
For the prequel?
No, for Matrix 4.
Well, they said the same thing about the prequel. They cast Michael B. Jordan.
Oh.
Why is he in everything?
I just assumed it was because he had died.
Maybe he died in the movie.
Maybe. It's been, the last one, or the 2 and 3 came out, about 12, 13 years ago?
Yeah, he's an Ant-Man, right? Like this year?
Oh, that's right. He was. Yeah, he totally was. I don't know what the hell's the matter with me. I had surgery this week. Just ignore me. I don't know. I'm a little off this week. I'm watching the wrong season of shows. I'm very upset.
Got a little worried.
Oh my gosh. So I'm so sorry.
That reminds me of that Family Guy episode.
Lawrence, if you want to prove that you're alive and come on the show, we will allow it now. 30-minute episode. What the Family Guy episode?
Family Guy episode where Stu goes up to Brian and he's like, "Man, did you know Chris Farley died?" And
no.
And Brian's like, "Yeah, like a decade ago." He's like, "What? I just saw him on Tommy Boy. That was a movie." I like to think you saw Lawrence Fishburne die on a movie.
That's probably it. I probably did. All right, so the last thing I got, so they're rebooting the X-Men in the comics. It's like House of X and Power of X.
That the animated series might be coming back.
I heard that as well, which will be awesome. That animated series
I'll have to watch that
good.
as well.
So
just a little
Yeah, go ahead.
And from you to me, I would like to have a cartoon podcast. I think that'd be so much fun.
Let's do it.
But if I can't do that, I would like to have a...
You mean you want us to be cartoons, or you want to talk about?
That would be a bit
cartoons?
difficult to edit.
I would like to... I would like to go through every episode of a cartoon series.
Oh, okay.
But if we had to choose one, I would like to do a podcast called Two Scooby. And
Ooh.
where we go through every single episode and movie of Scooby-Doo.
That's not
awesome.
the one I would choose, but that's a really good idea.
And I think it'd have to be a commentary.
Yeah, we have to do it kind of Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah, Rip Tracks.
style.
Do it.
Yeah,
so
Rip Tracks. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Scooby-Doo's the one.
All right, I'm in.
Oh, it's
Two
fantastic.
Scooby.
Two Scooby.
Can I guest star?
Or if we do the sure.
What if we did Laugh Olympics?
Laugh Olympics. We gotta have a two. What are you thinking? And then.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
But if we do like just every cartoon, two animated.
Two anime. Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. This
Trademark.
podcast is now over. We have something better to work on.
That's been trademark. But like it'd be kind of fun to go through like that Green Lantern animated series.
Yeah.
Hong Kong.
All
We did all this stuff.
Anyway, let me finish my thoughts so we can get started on the boys because we're gonna get rolling.
Okay.
So, Maria McTaggart, you know about her in X-Men? So, she was always just a human who helped Professor... Hey, keep it down over there, right? We're trying to record here. Camera guys. So, she was always just a human that helped Professor X,
Maria Taggart.
McTaggart.
No.
It has an M in front of it.
Mick Jagger?
I'm pretty sure it's just Maria Taggart.
It's not. It's got an M in front of it, but that's okay. So anyway, in this new version, she reveals to Professor X that she's actually a mutant, and her power is that when she dies, she is immediately reborn, and she remembers, even in the womb, she remembers everything that has already happened in her previous lives. So then it basically, and I'm really dumbing it down, but basically she's been trying to stop all the bad things that have happened to...
it is Maria McTaggart.
I know!
I've never heard the Mac.
I'm the comic book guy!
I thought you just...
No, I know. You thought I just messed up the name because I do that. So, basically, she has been trying to stop all the bad things that happen to mutants, and so all the things we've read about, Apocalypse, all the bad things we've read about in the comic books, she was the cause of it. It was like different attempts at trying to fix the mutant thing where they become good. So then she reveals, and this supposedly happens very early in Professor X's career, and so then he knows, right? He knows what's going to happen. So what it's saying is that every decision he ever made, including making the X-Men, was because of what he saw in her mind. Right? So that's that's kind of a big deal, right? That's kind of a big thing. And supposedly she was supposed to have died back in 2011. Supposedly that was a doppelganger, and she's still alive. So she's still out there helping him.
Actually, speaking of X-Men, I also started season 2 of the Wolverine podcast.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very good. It has Gambit in it.
Ooh, I like Gambit.
It's good. It's good. Sorry.
Can you do a Gambit impersonation? He says Sherry a lot.
Sherry. Oh,
Rogue.
I got something for you.
Okay.
I played the Deadpool video game, and in that game the main villain was Mr. Sinister.
Yeah.
And he made a lot of clones, and he made Gambit clones, and they would run at you and explode. That was the thing.
Okay.
But they would walk slowly. So like they wouldn't run; they would walk slowly at you, and then. But the whole time, they would Shiryu, like just kept saying it.
That's kind of funny.
It's a little spooky because they kind of look like vampires. It was.
I'd like to make a bunch of Sean clones, then he just comes up to you and starts playing the bongos.
Why the bongos?
I don't know.
I don't even have bongos.
Sean plays the bongos. I don't
Leonard's upset.
Okay, let's talk about the boys. I'm excited about this.
The boys. Okay, so it's a property I've never even heard of.
Yeah, we're going to. I have ordered us the first omnibus.
Oh, thanks, man.
There's about 10 omnibuses. There's a ton of source material.
All right.
So, 10 episodes on Amazon Prime. Probably the most graphic superhero series by far. I mean, that's I mean, Preacher was pretty graphic, but it was on AMC. There's no way there's another.
Is there any
series that's more graphic?
Thing in specific that got to you?
Well, all right. So, major spoilers ahead. So definitely, if you haven't watched The Boys or at least read the comic books, you probably want to finish that up before you listen any further. So, I think it's very upsetting right from the beginning when A-Train, who's the Flash basically. So it's the superhero group in The Boys is called the Seven, which is a take on the Justice League. A-Train's basically the Flash, and he runs through a woman, just runs through her, and she just basically just explodes because he just runs right through her. That's kind of upsetting.
Yeah, I didn't get it. That wasn't a major spoiler.
No, man, I'm just talking about this whole conversation. Is going to be a major spoiler. I was just making sure we didn't give our spoiler warning.
Yeah, well, it's there.
Yeah, because this is, listen, really good show. Like, I absolutely enjoyed almost every minute of it. Some of it was upsetting, but really good show. So if you haven't watched it, watch it soon so that it doesn't get spoiled for you.
I think because
we're getting ready to spoil it.
I think the part that upset me the most was seeing the deep skills. I really did not enjoy that.
So the deep,
and if you're listening to this, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, so the Deep, which is the Aquaman.
Yeah, but they know that.
Of the group. I don't know. I think that's okay for us to throw it out there. Yeah, so he has under his, basically under his chest, he's got gills going down his side with that, right?
Yeah.
And he during the show gets sexually assaulted.
That was my problem. It was
Yeah.
seeing the gills. I don't think you understand.
Well, yeah, I was okay until that woman stuck her hand up in the gills. That was very uncomfortable.
It hurt my gills.
Oh yeah, it was very. I did not like that at all.
It was
very.
That was for real. That's the part that stuck with me the most.
Well, so the story.
By the way, I'm pretty sure the only good guy in this was Black Noir.
Yeah, wait, I haven't told you yet. Maybe. Well, I'm going to tell you the differences in the show and the comic book because they're significant.
I'm just saying, he seemed like the best one.
I understand. So,
did you like the piano part?
I did like that.
That was fun.
So the story basically is if you had the Justice League, which is called the Seven in this, and they were just corporate stooges, and they were they were only out for themselves. They were filled with ego, and they were supposedly superheroes and supposedly doing everything for good, but it was really just marketing, and it was really just a way for them to look good. And they, in reality, were very evil people. They were just bad people.
It was so marketed that they would land in places and no one would bat an eye. It was weird to me. Did you look at the background when they were?
Oh yeah, nobody paying attention because they were so recognizable and they were out there so much.
I don't know that it was so kind of marketed. It was well, I bet you most people probably even know this. I don't know. It seems
I know.
Yeah.
So they were the bad guys and they're doing all these evil things behind the scenes, and then a group of humans called the Boys gets together to try to expose them or to stop them, and they kind of accidentally kill one of the Seven, right? Who was, which one was that?
Translucent.
Translucent.
But he was made for the show.
Yeah, he was made specifically for the show to die. So in the comic, I'll throw this out there for you because in the comic, it was Blarney Cock that was killed. Blarney Cock.
Huh? What'd he do?
I'm not sure, but he definitely was not translucent.
No, he wasn't.
He did have impenetrable skin though, so that carried over. They did share that power.
Wonder why they changed that.
I don't know, 'cause maybe they didn't like the name. I don't know.
It doesn't seem like the show
So
to do that.
yeah, so they kind of accidentally, they figure out a way to kill him, and they get him to tell them a bunch of stuff. So they learn a bunch of intel, and then they end up, killing him. And then they take that intel and use it to blackmail other members of the Seven.
Couldn't they put it down his throat instead of the booty?
Yeah, I thought the same thing, but they talked about why they didn't do that. There was because he could throw it up. I think is what it was.
Okay. Yeah,
I don't know. So anyway, yeah, I mean, just give me your your thoughts on how you enjoyed the show.
I really enjoyed the show. I'm trying to think if I had any. It was just a weird show to watch, and not in like a sense where it's like I feel uncomfortable. Just kind of
it's different, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's not. I like superheroes. I do. I like superheroes.
Yeah.
I don't like it when they're bad.
That's definitely bad.
That's upsetting. But it doesn't seem like they're all bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
I didn't like the whole grown in a lab thing. That bummed me out to no end. I was like, oh, come on. But no, I don't. It was a good show. That's really all I can say about it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I liked the characters. I liked all.
Who was your favorite of the Seven? Noir?
I mean, wait. She's the good guy.
Yeah, I liked Starlight.
Yeah, but
the actress they had playing her was really good.
I'm saying we can't pick
No,
her.
okay, so pick one of the other ones.
I didn't really like Maeve. I thought she looked weird. I don't know. Something about her is like
Maeve was the Wonder Woman.
Yeah. I think it was Black Noir. He was cool.
Yeah, he was kind of the Batman, but the comic actually had a guy that was supposed to be. It was called Tech Knight that was supposed to be the Batman, but he was Batman with had a sex addiction. So it's Batman with a sex addiction.
They mentioned him in this.
Tech Knight.
Yeah. Well, because I watched things with subtitles.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you saw it on there.
Yeah, they did do that.
So it was the boys were written by.
I think he was the one that broke that woman's spine.
Oh yeah, it probably was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably was. So the boys was written by Garth Ennis or Ennis.
Enos.
And it was executive produced by this guy named Eric Kripke, who was also created Supernatural.
Okay.
All right. So I thought you would like this. So there's a scene where Elizabeth Shue's character is talking to a member of Congress, and that member of Congress is played by Jim Brewer. So on Supernatural, he was kind of like a father figure to Sam and who's the other one on Supernatural? I'm forgetting.
Dean.
Sam and Dean, called Robert Bobby Singer. That was his name on Supernatural, and he dies like in season 11 or something. They're on like season 15 or something crazy.
Which is the last season.
Huh?
Which is the last season.
Season 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on The Boys, he plays a congressman named Robert A. Singer. So instead of Robert B. Singer, he's Robert A. Singer.
Oh, that is funny.
Yeah, and it was executive produced by the guy that created Supernatural, so he was put in place as kind of a,
yeah, that's
little
nice.
Easter egg.
I do like that.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. So do you want me to go through the differences between the show and the comic?
Yes, I do.
Because there's a bunch.
Okay.
And you know this is what we do. This is why people listen to us. Because they want to know.
I thought they wanted interviews.
No, they don't want interviews. They want to know.
All right, let's hear it.
You know they want interviews. Listen. One of these days, you're going to be like, I can't believe I talked to all these great people. My dad was so right. Right now you're just like, all I want to do is talk. When we interview people, I can't talk. Yeah. I know you. 19.
Thank you.
Full piss and vinegar, I got it.
All of it.
All right, so here's the changes, and there's a bunch. So in the comic book, Compound V, which is the drug that is used to kind of soup up the superheroes. It was used to create in the show. It was used to create the superheroes. Compound V.
And then it became a drug if you were.
And then it became a drug. Homelander uses it to create terrorist supervillains, so they have somebody to fight, that type of stuff. Well, in the comic book, Compound V was actually taken by the boys as an equalizer.
Oh,
so it was.
Yeah,
it was. So it wasn't. It wasn't the reason that there were superheroes, but it was used by the corporation to make some lower level superheroes throughout the country, but they weren't the seven, but they had minor superpowers, and it was also used by the boys to help equalize the fight.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's possible. Maybe that'll come in later, but that was one.
I hope it does, because they didn't really fight any of the superheroes.
Yeah, no, they didn't, not yet. So, by the way, this is already like Amazon's biggest or most viewed show ever already. So, Annie, who played, what was her code name? Starlight, who's the Star Girl of the Justice League.
No, they don't have a Star Girl.
Yeah, no, that's who they were. They made her after was Star Girl. So Annie in the first episode on the show is assaulted by the Deep, which the Deep, by the way, in the comic book is a very minor character.
He's in a scuba suit.
And he's in a scuba suit.
Like
yeah, he
he
looks like an old school diver. But in the show, they kind of bumped up his role. So she's assaulted by the Deep. When in the comic book, she's actually assaulted by Homelander, A-Train, and Black Noir, all three of them.
No, not Black Noir.
Yeah, and then Maeve kind of like doesn't care because the same crap happened to her, so that ends up putting them at odds. Where on the show, they kind of end up, not really friends, but kind of friends. All right, so. There's also, so what happens on the show, you have Annie gets assaulted, and then she comes out later at the religious festival and kind of like a Me Too moment, and kind of announces that she got assaulted. She tells the world she got assaulted.
Which is what happened in the show.
What's happened in the show. But in the comic book, there was no Me Too moment. She never tells the world that she was assaulted. So that was, I thought that was an obvious change based on the current climate.
Sure.
Yeah, right. So, so the female, who was the woman, super person that was in the boys.
Yeah.
She was called the female.
Yeah, I did see that.
Right. She gained in the comic book, she gains her powers from ingesting a chemical waste while she's at her mother's job in a secret Japanese lab.
Oh, that's another part that kind of got to me, was when that guy just shot himself.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just blew himself up.
To be fair.
Yeah.
That made sense.
It made sense. Oh, yeah, no, when she was escaping, he didn't want her to kill him, so he just shot himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so on the show, she's one of the terrorists that gets the V kind of injected into her, but in the comic book, she actually just ingested some chemicals.
Yeah.
When she was a kid, becomes so it's a little different there. So in the comics, the Seven was more of a revolving group. So it had, in addition to the ones you see on the show, it had Jack from Jupiter, which you like, right?
Well, did you see pictures of him yet?
Yeah, I saw pictures.
Did you see the one with him smoking with a bunch of women around him? Yeah. That's the funniest picture I've ever seen.
And supposedly he's going to be in season 2.
I hope.
Yeah, so that should be good. But it also had Mr. Marathon and...
Did we see Mr. Marathon?
They brought him up, I think.
Okay.
And they also had Lamplighter, who's the Green Lantern. They talk about him in the show, too.
Yeah, and you can see him in a couple of the pictures in the background.
Oh, you can?
If you go back into earlier episodes, yeah.
You can kind of see him in
there.
Yeah,
but they changed it to Starlight. So,
right.
Yeah.
He retires or something.
He retires, but they changed it to Starlight, but before they changed it, you can see him in the background.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, so Translucent, we already talked about, it's not in the comics. So there's no Ezekiel in the comics. It was kind of like a Mr. Fantastic character, but he's not in the comics. And
I thought that stuff was kind of funny. Did Homelander intentionally tried to drown him, or did he just freak out underwater?
No, I think he was screwing around.
He didn't know yet.
Yeah, I know. I think he was he's just mean. And then Mesmer, the one that was played by
Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah, Haley.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Yeah, that was cool. He was not in the comics either.
Do you know that who his sister is? Did you ever watch Hannah Montana when we were kids?
Yeah, of course.
You know Miley's best friend?
Yeah.
That's his sister.
Oh, it's his younger sister?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I thought that part was very cool.
I liked him in it.
You saw Billy Zane and Tara Reid. And
I liked Billy Zane playing and Tara. They all were supposed to be like minor superhero people.
Yeah, but I very much liked the Mesmer. That made me laugh.
Yeah, so that was good.
That was another one. He died pretty rough.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. Butcher.
Carl Urban killed it.
Carl Urban was amazing.
Which is why I'm wearing this. I wanted to.
Yeah, you kind of. I was gonna say you look like Carl Urban in this. So, Butcher in the comics has a dog named Terror that's a big part of the comic. Yeah, well, he's just not in the show. That's all.
I know what happens to him in the comic.
Oh yeah, what happens to him?
He gets killed, and then Butcher stabs the guy repeatedly.
Yeah. Butcher's way violent in the comic book.
I figured.
So.
Don't like dogs dying.
There's the awful scene where Popclaw is having sex with the guy and kills him. I'll say it that way because that's the nice way
I'll
to
tell
say
you
it.
straight up.
That was awful.
Not so much that part. I mean, yeah, I don't know. But the part when she first pops the claws out, I'm like, oh my gosh, I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh, they have Wolverine.
So in the show they talked about too. So they had like a teen group, kind of like a Teen Titans group, where her and the Deep or her and A-Train, I think.
Her, A-Train, and Mesmer.
Yeah, they were all in the group and some others and stuff. Well, she had sex with like all of them.
Did she?
Yeah, like the whole group and stuff. So she was kind of freaky, and then she ends up killing this guy. Well, that part wasn't in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
That part where she kills the guy was not in the comics.
And the needle part was kind of, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
he could have killed her in so many ways.
Oh yeah, it was terrible.
But no, for real though, when she popped those claws out, I was like, oh, for real. I was like,
yeah, I know.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, where is that? Popclaw. Who knew? So
I liked them too, where they came out.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was different.
It was cool. So the scene where Maeve and Homelander go to the hijacked plane and they're supposed to save the people, and they end up just letting everybody die.
Yeah, it was pretty upsetting.
Well, in the comic book, the whole team goes. So in the comic book, the whole team goes, and Homelander accidentally kills the marathon guy. Right? He accidentally somehow, and him and Maeve get in a fight, and he knocks her out and just leaves her.
Does Maeve die in the comic?
No, she doesn't die. I don't know how she survives, but she doesn't die. So that's different.
I'll tell you a part that was upsetting about that. I kind of feel like Homelander could have got the plane. But that being said, I think
he wouldn't even try.
Yeah, I think just because maybe I'm thinking he is Superman, like he's obviously based off Superman.
Right, yeah, of course.
He's probably not as strong as Superman, so maybe he couldn't do it.
Maybe.
But at the same time, I was like,
I think he could have done it. He could have done something.
Yeah.
He definitely could have saved a few of them.
Let me ask you this though, because the part where he killed the shooter, you know what I mean, when he did all that stuff. I mean, there's something weird about that I felt weird. Well, he only shot her in the chest.
Right.
No one's gonna be like. Oh, and at the same time, why is anyone even doing crime?
I don't know. Why would you? I mean, once those guys show up, you have no chance.
I did have a thought that while he was doing that shooting, I can't remember. It's just weird to me because it's like. Can they even be killed by guns?
Well, I guess some of them can.
Well, they were just walking straight through, and the bullets were dinging off them. Do people think that they can be killed?
Yeah, I don't know, because obviously they can. I mean, like, just like in the comics, like Justice League, Flash could be killed by bullets if you could get him. If you could catch him. But obviously Superman, Wonder Woman, that group, I mean, they're not going to be killed by bullets.
I don't know. That was probably the weakest moment for me.
Yeah.
I feel like that wasn't. I feel like they could have killed him and not explained it at all.
So yeah, they could have.
Yeah.
So Mallory, who was kind of she was the mentor, remember, to Butcher.
Yeah, she was the Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, well, and
she was the Bosley.
She was the Bosley, but she retired, but her grandkids got killed by Homelander.
Lamplighter.
By Lamplighter, yeah,
Yeah.
right. You're exactly right.
Thank you.
But she was a man in the comics.
Oh, I see.
And Elizabeth Shue's character was a man in the comics. That whole thing with her and Homelander, they had that kind of where she was kind of controlling him, and
I was trying to figure
none of that
dynamic out. Because I was kind of starting to think like he's her son. He's got to be.
Yeah,
like
no.
there was something so.
I mean, she definitely did the whole mother thing with him, but it was a weird.
It was a weird.
It was disturbing.
But do you get the feeling that Homelander isn't just evil? He's just like there's something up. Like he's just chemically imbalanced.
Yeah, he's messed up. Because he was raised in a lab, and it's just obviously it's jacked him up.
Yeah, I can just he's not social. He has a lot of social problems. And by the way, I'm glad they explained that blanket thing. I was like, what's the deal with the blanket?
What was the deal with the blanket?
That was his only possession in the lab.
Oh,
and they put it on his bed in a home.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, thank you. Which by the way,
you want to sneak out?
Sure.
It's 15 till.
Oh, are we losing Sean?
Well, yeah, because he has to go to work.
All right, everybody, say goodbye to Sean. Bye, Sean.
This is just gonna be edited out. What are you talking about?
Bye, Sean.
See ya.
Have a good time at work.
What a nice guy.
What a nice guy. He should come back. So, by the way.
Yes.
Do you think Teddy survived?
Coming out.
Teddy was the baby that gets blown up along with Elizabeth Shue and Butcher. Because that's not okay. Just blowing up. Teddy didn't do anything. So I think we got to start a petition.
Yeah, I think it was very funny. We can start a petition. What's the
I think we start a petition, hashtag Justice for Teddy.
Justice for Teddy.
Justice for Teddy.
I'll tell you what was very funny about that scene for me.
What?
Where she was like, just take him upstairs. She stopped and let him do the monologues.
Right?
Then she's like, just take him upstairs. She's like, wait. Just take him upstairs.
Well, yeah, and it would help him. It didn't help him any. They blew the house up. I think he's alive.
Why?
I think he's got superpowers.
Why?
I just got that feeling.
I feel like it's
Justice for Teddy.
I wonder. See, I also kind of thought he was the dad for Teddy.
Yeah, I thought that too. It may come out that way. I don't know.
Because
So now,
I feel like that baby's somebody as well.
yeah, I think he is.
Or at least the dad is.
With the whole scene with when they were in the lab and the baby that had the the heat vision,
was
and
good.
he just picked up the baby and was using him as a weapon.
I thought they were going to keep it.
Yeah, that was pretty hilarious. All right, now I'm going to give you the major difference in the comics, in the show. So in the comics, Homelander.
Oh wait, time out. I wanted to say one more thing.
Okay, go ahead.
It's very gross that they're always in their costumes.
Well, yeah, it is. It is very good. Let me ask you this before I do this. So I read one article that said that Butcher's wife had actually had the affair with Homelander. Like, she wasn't raped, she had the affair.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah,
So I didn't quite...
That was the twist.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. So the twist was she actually cheated on Butcher with Homelander
and got pregnant.
And got pregnant, and then Elizabeth Shue hides her away and lets her raise the child. So anyway, so in the comic book...
Wait, I wasn't done. I want to say one more thing.
Oh,
Sorry.
go ahead.
Because I don't know, I feel like after that this is a good ending.
Yeah.
But Starlight's costume, the first one, like the modest one,
right,
was probably one of my favorite costumes in
really, you like that?
Shows. Yeah, it was very. I don't know. I liked it. It was fun for me.
Yeah, it was a good costume.
Like it was just kind of it reminded me
had
of
a cape.
Well, what I liked about it was kind of what superheroes are supposed to be, kind of bright and colorful.
Yeah.
I liked it.
It
I'm
was
sorry,
really
so
good.
continue.
No, okay, so no, it was good. I'm glad you said it. That was a good costume.
Homelander's was alright too, I suppose.
Yeah,
it was a little much.
A little much. It was a little.
But I liked it, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying?
It was a little much.
Yeah. All right. Sorry.
So, in the comics,
probably disrespectful to have a flag on your back and sitting on it and junk. Probably a little.
Probably a little.
All right. Sorry. I won't.
All right. You done? You good? You got anything else you want to throw in there before I give you the big twist?
Yeah, I do. Just for a little DIY tip for all those who are kind of struggling for a Halloween costume, go as translucent.
Hey, nice.
And just strip down. Perfect. We all have that costume.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. All right, sorry.
I like it. Okay. So in the comics, Homelander actually rapes and kills her. No, he rapes her. And then she dies giving birth to the baby, and Butcher has to kill the baby because the baby isn't right. He's a kind of an evil baby. So Butcher has to kill the baby. So that's what happens in the comics. So then Butcher, is chasing Homelander, and that's his drive, just like it was in the show, except in the show he finds out his wife was actually complicit in the whole, affair. Well, in the comics, it turns out that Black Noir is actually a Homelander clone.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You think they're going to do that?
And, well, so he was a clone, and he's the one that actually raped her. And then at some point, him and Homelander get into a battle together and beat each other up so bad that Butcher is able to kill whoever wins. I'm not sure who wins, but whoever wins, Butcher is able to kill. But then Butcher snaps and kills all of the boys except for Yui.
Oh my gosh, he kills Mother's Milk?
Yeah, he kills all of them except for
Mother's
Yui.
Milk.
He just snaps at the end of it.
He was my favorite.
That's the twist.
He's my favorite boy other than
Mother's Milk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I did remember one thing.
Okay.
Man, that's intense. Man.
Yeah.
At the beginning, when, what's his name, Butcher's trying to persuade Yui, and they're talking about which ones are bad, which heroes are bad and not, and then he says, yeah, all of them are bad except for Homelander. He's clean. What was that about?
Who says that?
Butcher does.
I don't have any idea.
You remember that?
Yeah, I don't have any idea. At the beginning, was it a flashback?
No, he was talking to Yui.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's like, yeah, they're all bad except for I have nothing on Homelander.
Maybe he couldn't find anything bad on him, even though he knew.
Well, maybe. I think at the same time though, he was trying to stop that. He was trying to.
I'm allowed to smile at the camera. I just a little nod to the
You
audience.
ignore the camera. That's what you do. That's how it works. You never look at the camera. It's acting 101. It's the rules.
All right. Finish your thought.
I think he was pretending to be an FBI agent at the time.
Yeah,
so maybe that has.
Yeah, maybe that was it. Maybe
I thought that was weird for me.
Yeah, that was probably what it was. He was pretending.
I feel like there's some plot holes in it, like that little ones, but at the same time it could just be kind of washed off pretty easily.
So I got one that you're gonna love.
Okay.
So in the comic, Yui is Scottish.
Yes. And he looks like Simon Pegg.
Yes, he looks just like Simon Pegg, and then they get Simon Pegg to play his dad in the show. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah. I didn't get it. I didn't get who that was at first. Like, oh, see, because remember I told you that when I was halfway through,
yeah.
Like, I bet you Simon Pegg's in this somehow. Yeah. That's how.
So that's pretty cool. That was good casting. And then the only, there was a few Easter eggs. I mean, like Annie references Crimson Countess, who's like a Scarlet Witch type figure at one point, and that was kind of an Easter egg. All right, so here's some possible, before we wrap up.
Okay.
Here's some possible things that we'll see in season 2.
Okay.
Which may come as soon as next summer.
Yeah, I've already seen set photos.
Yeah, we're expecting a trailer by the end of the year.
We are.
We are.
All right.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
Okay.
All right, so here's a couple things or a few things we may see. So this one's confirmed.
Okay.
So one of the main, so in the comic books, the original superhero, the very first superhero, was made as a Nazi experiment.
Always. And
it was called He was called Stormfront. So he battles the Seven.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
in the 40s or?
I guess he's still around.
Okay.
So he's going to be in the show next season, except it's going to be a woman, and it's I can't think of her name, but she starred in the show You're the Worst. Mm-hmm. So she's just a little thing.
I think but
she's definitely going to be in season 2.
If this was set like in an actual world kind of thing,
yeah,
and I'm sure there's people who could be like, well, there were women in World War II, but I feel like the Nazis just didn't have a lot of women. So I don't know if they would make women their super soldiers.
Yeah, well, I don't know that it'll be from a Nazi experiment. They may change that.
Well, they should keep the Nazi back. But since this is an alternate universe, I feel like I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But like, history. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. Well, because there was a video game that came out. It was Battlefield 1 set in World War I.
Right.
Maybe. So it was definitely a Battlefield, not the point. And women were in it. You played women, and people were like, "There's no women in World War II or whatever." And the EA came back, and EA, by the way, the worst studio ever. They're so awful. A lot of microtransactions and stuff.
Yeah.
But and they came back and said, "Well, there was actually women in this war, or yada yada yada, so deal with it." But at the same time, if they were in there, sure. How prominent were they? Were they prominent enough to be a super soldier? That's all I'm trying to say.
Right.
Yeah. Well, because you can say if they're in this war or not, but Captain America is always going to be Steve Rogers because you said Peggy Carter.
And Peggy Carter play him in the What If.
Yeah, no, actually, you know what? That was a good point. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But alternate histories, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, correct.
And I'm for everything. I'm just saying my only qualm with it is not being historically accurate, which I suppose doesn't matter. But
it doesn't really matter in this case.
It doesn't matter in any case, I guess. But I don't know.
It bothers.
Nazis are supposed to be sleazy men.
Yeah, I agree. It's
little short men with glasses.
That is what you think about. Yeah.
Did I tell you about leaving my belt in the car?
No.
I left my belt in the car, like with my pants, and I went to go pick it up. I picked it up by the buckle, where it's been like 100 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
I felt like the Nazi from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Awesome.
And then I found the Ark.
Did you screaming and throw your hand into the snow?
Of course. But it was a map to the Ark, and I found it. It's in my closet. Isn't that crazy?
You stuck it in your closet?
It was crazy. I was like, ah! It was awful.
Don't open it.
Das Fuhrer! It was awful.
Don't open it. Yeah, you just don't open it. Trust me. So in the comics, there's a former comic book writer who turns into an informant. Like somehow he's got a lot of information on that corporation. So he's called the Legend. So the expectation is that he's going to be in season 2. He has a big part in the comic book. Kind of a Stan Lee type character.
Out of everything that you've said, well, kind of. Maybe. It wouldn't work, but I do want Black Noir to be a clone of Homelander.
Yeah. I think he probably will be. It'll come out.
But if he's not, that's fine too, because I didn't know that till just now.
Yeah.
But I don't think they should do what they did in the comic and make it Black Noir's fault. But I do think
it's already passed.
Yeah. How funny would it be, though, if they're all just
clones.
Homelander clones?
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
And they all just rip off their face.
It's just a bunch of robots.
What do you think's going to happen with the Deep? Do you think he's going to be a good guy now?
I think he's going to end up doing something good.
Because a lot of times when people get traumatized, they do what he did. Maybe not with the body part, but they definitely shave off their head.
I think he's going to end up becoming a good guy.
I think so too. But do you think Starlight will forgive him?
Yes.
Heard it here.
Good person.
You heard it here. Yes, first, folks. But yeah, Starlight was my favorite character in this whole show. Other than Butcher, he was kind of cool. But Starlight was my favorite.
Mine too.
Mostly because that's what a superhero is, and that's what it always should be.
Yeah.
So
she's very sweet.
Not even sweet, but like that was good because if the world goes to crap, I'm like, yeah, that's Starlight. So it was all right.
Yeah, it was good.
It was all right. So we gotta wrap up because my sister's texting me.
Yeah, I know. It's we're going to get your sister.
You're ignoring her so much. I got a text message.
I know. We're going to. I told her we were podcasting. She gets that from your mother.
No, I'm not playing.
Yeah. So we're supposed to be going to take her to dinner. So we'll wrap up. So I guess I will end by saying #Justice for Teddy.
Justice for Teddy.
If you get nothing else,
so many
we're going to get that trending.
So many more people who need justice. But yeah,
Justice for Teddy.
He is a baby. Justice for Teddy.
Yeah, well, I know there's a lot of people that need justice, but I'm guessing nobody else will say anything about Teddy.
But I got to tell you this though. I know who Teddy is.
Oh, you know who he is?
Yeah.
Is it Jupiter?
No. He's the Homelander clone.
Oh, he is in the show. He's going to be.
I don't know, but that's my guess.
That's a good guess.
Yeah, I think he's the Homelander.
That's a good guess.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so That's all we have on the boys for this week, right?
Yeah, and if you like this show and you want to listen to more, patreon.com/MeisterCon. It really helps if you want to give us a 5-star rating and review on just iTunes or anything, and just show us your love. But you can also find us on MeisterCon anywhere, and we have 2 email addresses. I check one more frequent than the other, but one of them is meistercon1@yahoo.com, and the other one is feedtheawesome@meistercon.com. So, that is it. Also,
You gotta feed the awesome, Brett.
One's dad, one's me. I'm the Yahoo. Anyway, also if you want to listen to if you want to watch the video version of this podcast, it is on MeisterCon Pod on YouTube.
Yes.
And
unedited.
Unedited, mostly because I don't know how.
Well, well, not just that. I think it. We talk a lot about giving a behind-the-scenes look, and that's where you can get it on MeisterCon Pod. You get it completely unedited. You can see us just sitting around staring at each other. And, we have conversations that have nothing to do with the show, that type of thing. It's usually about 10 or 15 minutes longer than the audio version, so kind of fun. So you can check us out there, MeisterCon Pod.
Yeah, and everyone, thank you for listening. I think next week, what's next week's episode going to be?
Next week is on gaming.
And
we do have a guest for that.
We have a guest, and Dad and I are going to talk about some of our favorite video games before the guest, and it's going to be a good time.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be great. All right, see you guys. Kisses.
Bye.
Same Brett time, same Brett channel. Talk to you guys later. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good stuff.
Boom.